And the winner is not me. But it was fun just to participate. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kyla, and I do custom designs, pattern hacks, home decorating, and a whole lot more. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my take or my garment make for a recent sewing challenge that I entered that was sponsored by one of my local fabric stores here in Michigan. I combined golden era type-esque draping of the fabric from back in the day with a modern edge asymmetrical hem for present day. Here's what I did. All contestants were given 3 yards of this stretch twill fabric to work with. So for my garment choice, I'm making a dress and I'm combining this bodice from this McCall's pattern, M6838, with the skirt part of Vogue pattern 1490. And then I'm going to make a few adjustments you'll see as I go along with my project. So I'm not really sure where I'm going with this, but I am down to the wire in time. I've only got 7 days before I need to turn this dress in for this challenge. So we'll see if I can do it. So I'm going to add 4.5 inches at the bottom of each cut of the skirt part of the dress. That'll give me enough fabric to fold under for the slightly gathered bubble effect that I'm going for. I had to go back in and open up the sides of the outer skirt because I forgot to leave the opening for the pockets. Luckily, I wasn't too far in because I definitely wanted to add these. So now I can go about pinning these in place, and then I can stitch both sides. And you'll notice that one side matches the lining and the other side matches the outer fabric. I did that because when you put your hand inside of a pocket, You don't see the fabric on the inside from the front, but the back, it will show. So that way it doesn't detract from the dress. Everything looks the same. So I've got all the front pieces for the outer layer, and it's 5 total. The back, side, middle, front, and then the other side and back. And I'll stitch those together, and they'll take on the same shape as the top bodice of the dress. I've got each one pinned in place, and I've got my gathering stitches pulled taut to give me that scrunch look that I'm going for. I'm getting there. Onto the lining and adding the boning. I can gather the bottom and the zipper. I'm gently pressing the lining seam open so that I can place each piece of boning on the seams of the top. And I'll repeat that with the other 3 seams that I have in place. So I'm using a 1/4 inch wide boning with plastic cover on the outer. They gave me the box at Joann, which is really nice to store it in. Believe it or not, this is the first time I've actually made something with boning. I've altered it before, but I've never actually made a garment from beginning to end with it. So this is new for me. Here's the boning here. And you can see how it's curved when they have it in the box. Hopefully that flattens out against my body. I've started pinning some and cutting them in place. With my way of thinking, I'm thinking that the 2 pieces in the front of the bust should be curved outward, where the 2 side pieces should be in, to give it more of a sculpted look on the sides, and hopefully it'll flatten itself out. I'm measuring off about 5/8 of an inch for my seam allowance here. That way I can roll back the polyester cover and I can actually clip the acrylic boning underneath in place. That way when I roll the cover back up, my sewing needle won't go through that section. but it'll still be adhered to the top bodice. I'll also repeat that for the bottom as well. Now that I've got the boning pinned in place, I can stitch down the long sides of each side of the boning piece itself, and then make a basting stitch across the top just to secure it there. I want to be sure that the plastic insert doesn't ease its way out before I connect it to the outer layer. You can kind of see it taking its shape already. So now that I've got all the boning attached to the top bodice lining, I've got it pinned to the outer of the dress. And I think it's going to be easier for me to attach just the bodice lining first before I attach the skirt lining as well, because it'll just be less fabric to work with and have to move around and shift out of the way. And it'll be easier for me to flip this over and understitch so that you don't see the lining from the outside. I am almost there though. I've got everything pinned and all my seams matched up here, 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 and here. Now that I've got the lining attached to the outer layer, I can do the understitch after I trim some of the seam allowance away. I've got my hidden zipper in place and attached to the lining. Now I can attach the skirt part of the lining to the lining of the bodice, and then the entire skirt lining to the outer layer. And here it is complete. So although I didn't win, I had a good time participating because I hadn't done a contest or any type of sewing challenge in years. So it was just fun to brush my skills off and see what I could come up with in a short amount of time. There were 12 participants in total, and we only had about 3 weeks to come up with something. So it was quick. It was on a whim. Congratulations to all the winners that did take place. I love their pieces. They really stretch their minds to express their creativity. So if you enjoyed today's video, please comment, like, and subscribe. and hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified when my next videos upload. Thanks so much for watching. Bye everyone.